Hello, everybody. We should be live. Welcome to the latest Dragon Age Taylor's version. Apologies for taking so long to get back to you with these streams. I definitely had not planned to abandon them for so long. I just, the whole new studio revamp. I've been working on so many other kinds of things that I had to set up a brand new PC and get it running properly. And for a while, the game just wasn't running. And the issue I found out was actually using a controller. That's silly, but so we're using PC controls today, and it's running just fine. But how are we all doing this Wednesday? Thank you all so much for actually really wanting me to bring back these streams. I really, really appreciate all of your patience. It is very, very much appreciated. Hello, Ivan. Hello, DeCaster. Hello, Emily. Hello, iCity. So we actually did... Hello, Jordan. We did just get a huge... huge. We just got an update from Jason Schreier on the Veilguard's development. If anybody wants me to read that, I will. I'm still processing the news myself. I think we'll give it a minute before we do dive into that, but it's definitely... just more devastating to read the behind the scenes of what really happened with the Veilguard. Also, let me know how we're doing on audio. Everything is very different. I've got OBS now. I've got a different size screen. I've got a new PC. So things hopefully do look better and run better. But of course, need to refine, need to tweak things. But yeah, absolutely did not plan to abandon these streams for so long. Really appreciate it. Emily says yes. Let's read it. Okay, I will. I'll give it. It literally does seem perfectly timed, doesn't it, Emily? Literally, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to stream today, and then it's like, oh, okay. Here is a new massive drop of Dragon Age news.
Just gets weirder.
So audio-wise, are we okay? Everything looks gorgeous. Thank you, DeCaster. Much appreciated. As long as it doesn't stutter, that's the only thing. We're going to walk around here. We're going to just get back into the flow. Things aren't stuttering, which is the most important thing, because I had an issue. New graphics card, what have you. Gorgeous.
Like
I'm glad, Ivan. I am glad.
Or I don't know, like something else.
We'll ship these two.
It has to be me.
Has to? What if it's not?
But yes, how is everybody's Wednesdays going?
How?
Sometimes the stone magic feels like something else in me. It's me, but it's not me.
Thank you,
You know,
Emily. Much
You
appreciated.
have to feel the magic as part of you. You can't control it till you admit it's yours.
So, what would Taylor say? Ooh, magic talk.
Comparing magic?
It's nice to have someone else who understands.
It's not that different. Fire and stone are just training. Like crows training with daggers.
Crow's moves aren't magic. Here we go.
Me stabbing someone with daggers isn't magic, though.
Neither's what we do. We aren't doing fade crap. There are no demons.
You make it sound so easy.
You know how many times I set my bed on fire? My mother had to get special sheets.
Aw, thank you, Heather. Much appreciated.
You'll get there.
Are we okay audio-wise, folks?
That really
Can you
helps.
hear them over me? Are they really loud?
You
Are they
deserve
really
to be
quiet? Currently, I am searching for my European flat iron. How are you today, Jack? I am good. It's
Smells
been
really good.
a decent day. I do
What are
want
you
to
doing over there?
jump into this article first because it's
Shut
like the big elephant in the room.
Nothing.
Wow, I'm convinced.
I'm
But
gonna get
I
her
have
something.
some
What do you think she likes?
berry tea. Oh, cheese! Cheese! Who? I mean, she's Ferelden. How can she not like cheese? Hello, Oz Sky. How you doing? Apologies, I keep on going over here. I've got a new screen here, and I realise this is in the way. I'll need to do something about that. Cheese!
Cheese. Everyone likes cheese.
Yes.
No, I like cheese.
Who
You
doesn't
seem
like
fat.
cheese?
Something I like.
Trust me on this. She's Ferelden.
Literally.
Fereldens
Literally.
love cheese.
Yeah.
And you could share it.
Yeah.
I'm blaming you if it doesn't work.
Game's a bit
That's
quiet.
the
Thank you, Decaster. I'll turn that up. What we'll do first, though, is we will go over this article now that we are more situated and the audio is all right. So, let me get to the center. Right. Okay, no stuttering. Game runs perfectly. Fantastic. I need to summon Kitty. You do need to summon Kitty. You do. Okay, so is this loading up? Okay, go away. Special offers, Bloomberg. Let me get OBS back up. Right. Also, I'll adjust the volume now on this side, so when we get back in the game, it should be okay. -10, -9. So, okay. I will go ahead and read this. This was completely unplanned. Jason Schreier, so a bit of context. Jason Schreier used to work at Kotaku. He is the journalist who has uncovered a lot of BioWare story. I realize I'm looking at the camera. Uncovered a lot of BioWare stories over the past 10 years in the run-up to the Veilguard. He first gained traction on my channel when he got the inside scoop on Project Joplin, which referred to Mike Laidlaw's departure, the original single-player vision of Dragon Age that was cancelled back in 2015, for then a live service title known or codenamed Morrison, which was then under Matthew Goldman's project direction, that coursing alongside Mass Effect Andromeda at the time, and then Anthem. And then he also came back at a lot of Anthem development stuff, talking about that game's 7-year development. Then he came back with an Andromeda development, big, massive update on what happened with Andromeda, the state of BioWare, how they only have like 5 years in pre-production, and they made both Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda within like an 18 production window. And then he, of course, talked about Project Morrison, Project Joplin, all the ramblings he had heard based on former and current BioWare staff at the time. And so we were all waiting for Jason Schreier to release an article on the Veilguard. I, in particular, was. I've said in a few videos, or at least in a few streams at the time. At the time, feels crazy to say. I'll take my headphones off for a second. But like about 6 months ago, when the game came out, I was like, I feel like we're going to get a Jason Schreier article. I at least wanted to know, and we don't get any context on this, but I was interested in the context around Matthew Goldman's departure that happened at the end of 2021, because we knew at the time that he had mutually agreed to leave EA, having spoke with Gary McKay, and there were a few BioWare tweets at the time from devs saying stuff like, well, what if all the issues aren't based on current staff? What if they're based on previous senior leadership? So there were a few inclinations towards senior developers in particular, a few claims made, but unfortunately we still don't have any context on that, so all we can do is assume. So yeah, context on Jason Schreier. He's somebody who has been in the know on Dragon Age. He's clearly got a lot of contacts within Dragon Age, especially more so now considering a lot of the Dragon Age team were laid off. A lot of them have since come to him to talk about the inside scoop on what actually happened with the Veilguard. And a lot of these issues, I'm going to, they regard EA. I made a video on Mass Effect 5 a week ago, and the issues I talk about are internal corporate, top corpo, fat cat bullshit. It's EA as a publisher, what they've done to the studios. And I got a fair bit of flack, a fair bit of criticism from people saying that, well, you know, it's actually the developers, it's BioWare, it's crap, it's the studio. But all Jason Schreier's article reiterates to me is, right, there will be some part of BioWare developers that take the flack, but not all of them. And this is a huge corporate machine at the top that's caused all of these issues. And all this article does is reiterate my point of, right, I'm sure there'll be some individual developers who've had some issues with the game and development, but this is all at the top. This is all at the top, and it's all gone straight down onto BioWare, onto the studio. And in some degree, yeah, there actually are some developers at fault, and that's on other teams within BioWare, which is the Mass Effect team. And I don't use that word fault at large, but I'm just saying, like, there are... This has been a very, very mixed development. But for the most part, as we'll get into, it's all the corporate bullshit. All the things that we're looking at other studios... The things that Sven Vink talks about when he does his Baldur's Gate 3 speech, talking about greed, talking about corporate fat cats, talking about you can have a certain amount of enough, you can have creative freedom and investment, both, you know, they aren't two separate things. You need both to create a really good game. And that's what we don't get with EA. That's why, you know, that's why we're all worried about the next Mass Effect game, because this is just a corporate cycle that has repeated. And Andromeda, Anthem, the Veilguard, you know, and even before then there were issues with Inquisition because the developers were not happy with what they created. There were issues with Mass Effect 3, where there were issues with Dragon Age 2. You know, forgive my ranting, but it's a massive, massive corporate thing, and it comes straight from the top, and that is EA. So we'll read this and we'll go through it, and hopefully it's just the realization to some people that EA is the one that this all falls on. Now, yes, there are dev issues. There are, there was an entire issue here with the Dragon Age and Mass Effect teams. So I'm not just saying that, but at the same time, a lot of this shit is at the top. So, right, is that enough context? Shall we delve in? I think we shall. I'm going to have a sip of tea before we do. Thank you, DeCaster. Go off, King. Well, in the words of my hero, Mordin Solas, if not me, then who? So inside the Dragon Age debacle that gutted EA's BioWare studio, the latest game in BioWare's fantasy role-playing series went through 10 years of development turmoil. So we're going to give away the AI summary. We don't need those. So, in early November, on the eve of the crucial holiday shopping season, staffers at the video game studio BioWare were feeling optimistic. After an excruciating development cycle, they had finally released their latest game, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and the early reception was largely positive. The role-playing game was topping sales charts on Steam, and solid, if not spectacular, reviews were rolling in. But in the weeks that followed, the early buzz cooled as players delved deeper into the fantasy world, and some BioWare employees grew anxious. For months, everyone at the subsidiary of the video game publisher EA had been under intense pressure. The studio's previous two games, Andromeda and Anthem, had flopped, and there were rumours that if Dragon Age underperformed, BioWare might be another of EA's many casualties. Not long after Christmas, the bad news surfaced. EA announced in January that the new Dragon Age had only reached 1.5 million players, missing the company's expectations by 50%. The holiday performance of another recently released title, EA Sports FC, was also subpar, compounding the problem. As a result of the struggling titles, EA Chief Executive Officer Andrew Wilson explained the company would be significantly lowering its sales forecast for the fiscal year ahead. EA's share price promptly plunged 18%. Dragon Age had a high quality launch and was well reviewed by critics and those who played it, Wilson later said on an earnings call. However, it did not resonate with a broad enough audience in the highly competitive market. Days after the sales revision, EA laid off a chunk of BioWare staff at the studio's headquarters in Edmonton, Canada, and permanently transferred many of the remaining workers to other divisions. For the storied 30-year-old game maker, it was a stunning fall that left many fans wondering how things had gone so haywire, and what might come next for the stricken studio. According to interviews with nearly 24 people who worked on Dragon Age: The Veilguard, there were several reasons behind its failure, including marketing misfires, poor word of mouth, and a 10-year gap since the previous title. Above all, sources point to the rebooting of the product from a single-player game to a multiplayer one, and then back again. A switcheroo that muddled development and inflated the title's budget, they say, ultimately setting the stage for EA's potentially unrealistic sales expectations. A spokesperson, however, for EA declined to comment. The union between BioWare and EA started off with lofty aspirations. In 2007, EA executives announced that they were acquiring BioWare and another gaming studio in a deal worth $860 million. The goal was to diversify their slate of games, which was heavy in sports titles like Madden, NFL, and light in the kind of adventure and role-playing games that BioWare was known for. So basically, it was goosed from the initial going off. Initially, it looked like a smart move, thanks to the string of big hits. In 2014, BioWare released Inquisition, the third installment in a popular action series, dropping players in a semi-open world full of magic, elves, and fire-spewing dragons. The fantasy title went on to win the much-coveted Game of the Year award and sell 12 million copies, according to EP Mark Darrah, a major validation of EA's diversification strategy. Before long, Dara and Mike Laidlaw, the creative director, began kicking around ideas for the next Dragon Age installment, codename Joplin, aiming for a game that would be smaller in scope. But before much could get done, BioWare shifted the studio's focus to more pressing titles coming down the pike. In 2017, BioWare released Andromeda, the fourth installment in a big-budget action series set in space. Unlike its critically successful predecessors, the game received mediocre reviews and was widely mocked by fans. A few months after the disappointing release, the head of BioWare stepped down and was soon replaced by Casey Hudson, an alumni of BioWare's early formative years. Like much of the industry, EA execs were growing increasingly enamoured of so-called live service games, such as Destiny and Overwatch, in which players continue to engage with and spend money on a title for months or even years after its initial release. With EA aiming to make a splash in the fast-growing category, BioWare poured resources into Anthem, a live-service shooter game that checked all the right boxes. One day in October 2017, Laidlaw summoned his colleagues into a conference room and pulled out a few pricey bottles of whiskey. The next Dragon Age sequel, he told the room, would also be pivoted to an online live service game, a decision from above that he disagreed with. He was resigning from the studio. The assembled staff stayed late through the night, drinking and reminiscing about the franchise they loved. I wish that pivot had never occurred, Dara would later recount on YouTube. EA said, make this a live service. We said, we don't know how to do that. We should basically start the project over. Former art director Matt Goldman replaced Laidlaw as a creative director, and with a tiny team began pushing ahead on a new multiplayer version of Dragon Age, codename Morrison. While everyone else helped to finish Anthem, which was struggling to coalesce, Goldman pushed for a pulpy, more light-hearted tone than previous entries, which suited an online game but was a drastic departure from the dark, dynamic stories that fans loved in the fantasy series. In February 2019, BioWare released Anthem. Reviews were scathing, calling the game tedious and convoluted. Fans were similarly displeased. On social media, players demanded to know why a studio renowned for beloved stories and characters had made an online shooter with a scattershot narrative. In the wake of BioWare's second consecutive flop, the multiplayer version of Dragon Age continued to take shape. While the previous games in the franchise had featured tactical combat, this one would be all action. Instead of quests that players would only experience once, it would be full of missions that could be replayed repeatedly with friends and strangers. Important characters couldn't die because they had to persist for multiple players across never-ending gameplay. Basically sounds like Anthem. As the game evolved over the next 2 years, the failure of Anthem hovered over the studio. Were they making the same mistakes? Some BioWare employees scoffed that they were simply building Anthem with dragons, literally. Throughout 2020, the pandemic disrupted the game's already fraught development. In December, Hudson, the head of the studio, and Dara, the head of the franchise, resigned. Shortly thereafter, Gary McKay, BioWare's new studio head, revealed yet another shift in strategy. Moving forward, the next Dragon Age would no longer be multiplayer. We were thinking, does this make sense? Does this work? Does this play into our strengths? Or is this going to be another challenge we have to face? McKay later told Bloomberg News, no, we need to get back to what we're really good at. In theory, the reversion back to Dragon Age's tried and true single-player format should have been welcome news inside BioWare. But there was a catch. Typically, this kind of pivot would be coupled with a reset and a period of pre-production, allowing the designers to formulate a new vision for the game. Instead, the team were asked to change the game's fundamental structure and recast the entire story on the fly. According to people familiar with the new marching orders, they were given 1.5 years to finish and told to aim for as wide a mark as possible. This strict deadline became a recurring problem. The development team would make decisions believing they had less than a year to release the game, which would severely limit the stories they could tell and the world they could build. Then the title would inevitably be delayed a few months, at which point they'd be stuck with those old decisions with no chance to stop and reevaluate what was actually working. At the end of 2022, amid continually dizzying leadership changes, the studio started distributing an alpha build of Dragon Age to get feedback internally and from outside player testers. According to people familiar with the process, the reactions were concerning. Take a sip of tea. The game's biggest problem, earlier players agreed, was a lack of satisfying choices and consequences. Previous BioWare titles had presented players with gut-wrenching decisions. Which allies to save, which factions to spare, which enemies to slay. Such dilemmas made fans feel like they were shaping the narrative, historically a big draw for many BioWare games. But Dragon Age's multiplayer routes limited such choices, according to people familiar with the development. BioWare delayed the game's release again, while the team shoehorned in a few major decisions, such as which of two cities to save from a dragon attack. But because most of the parameters were already well established, the designers struggled to pair the newly retrofitted choices for players with meaningful consequences downstream. In 2023, to help Dragon Age, BioWare brought in a second internal team, this is the second largest issue, which was working on the next Mass Effect. For decades, there had been tension between the two well-established camps, known for their starkly divergent ways of doing things. BioWare's developers like to joke that the Dragon Age crew was like a pirate ship, meandering and sometimes travelling off course, but eventually reaching the port. In contrast, the Mass Effect group was called the USS Enterprise, after the Star Trek ship, because commands were issued straight down from the top and executed zealously. As the Mass Effect directors took control, they scoffed that the Dragon Age... This is internal. I'll read this again, sorry, from the start. As the Mass Effect directors took control, they scoffed that the Dragon Age squad had been doing a shoddy job and began excluding their leaders from pivotal meetings, according to people familiar with the internal friction. I repeat, that is the Mass Effect directors literally... excluding the Dragon Age team from pivotal meetings about their own game. Over time, the Mass Effect team went on to overhaul parts of the game and design a number of additional scenes, including a rich, emotional finale that players loved, but even changes that appeared to improve the game stoked the shimmering rancor inside BioWare, infuriating Dragon Age leaders who had been told they didn't have the budget for such big, ambitious swings. So this is where we get to a huge major issue with with EA. It always seemed that, and actually, yeah, with Wildest too, It always seemed that when the Mass Effect team made its demands in meetings with EA regarding the resources it needed, it got its way, said David Gader, of course, former lead writer on Dragon Age, who left before development of the new game started. But Dragon Age always had to fight against headwinds. Early testers and Mass Effect leads complained about the game's snarky tone, a style of video game story writing once ascended that was quickly falling out of fashion in pop culture, but had been part of Goldman's vision for the multiplayer game. Worried that Dragon Age could face the same outcome as Forspoken, a recent title that had been hammered over its impertinent banter, BioWare leaders ordered a belated rewrite of the game's dialogue to make it sound more serious. In the end, the resulting tonal inconsistencies would only add to the game's poor reception with fans. A mass layoff at BioWare and a mandate to work overtime depleted morale, while a voice actor strike limited the writer's ability to revise the dialogue and create new scenes. An initial trailer made the next Dragon Age seem more like Fortnite than a Dragon Age role-playing game, triggering concerns that EA didn't know how to market the game. When Veilguard did premiere on Halloween, after many internal delays, some staff members thought there was a lot to like, including new combat system, but players were less impressed. The reaction of the fan base are mixed, to put it gently, said Katie, of course, Gilda Farlen. Some, like myself, adore it for various reasons. Others feel utterly betrayed by certain design choices. Following the layoff, and we're at the end now, folks. Following the layoff and staff reassignment at BioWare earlier in the year, a small team of a few dozen employees is now working on the next Mass Effect, which of course is now the next overarching arc of this story. What are BioWare going to do, or more apropos, what the hell is going to happen internally with EA? After 3 high-profile failures in a row, questions linger about EA's commitment to the studio. In May, the company relabeled its Edmonton headquarters from a BioWare office. Oh, I didn't know this. Sorry, let me read this again. In May, the company relabeled its Edmonton HQ from a BioWare office to a hub for all EA staff in the area. Historically, BioWare has never been the most important studio at EA, literally the problem, which generates more than $7 billion in annual revenue, largely from its sports games and shooters. Depending on the timing of its launches, BioWare typically accounts for just 5% of EA's annual bookings, according to estimates by Colin Sebastian, an analyst with Robert W. Baird & Co. Even so, there may be strategic reasons for EA to keep supporting BioWare. Single-player games are expensive. Sorry, let me read this again. I'm confused. Even so, there may be strategic reasons for EA to keep supporting BioWare. Single-player role-playing games are expensive to make, but can lead to huge windfalls when successful, as demonstrated by Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3. In order to grow, EA needs more than just sports franchises, says TD Gowan analyst Doug Kreutz. Trying to fix its fantasy-focused studio may be easier than actually starting something new. That said, if they shuttered the doors tomorrow, it wouldn't be totally surprising, Kreutz added. It has been over a decade since they produced a hit. Alright, okay, I'm going to take a breather. Thoughts, everybody. I'm going to read through comments that I have missed. I kind of already shared my thoughts to start with. A large part of this is on EA. EA not supporting the team, the biggest thing was this pivot, which we have context for. The pivot wasn't actually a reboot. It was instead just fix what you've got, and you've got a year and a half to do it, which is insane. We're all hoping in the fandom, in my Discord, everybody who's been a part of my community, we were all annoyed, but we're hoping that this pivot was actually a reboot, a third reboot, where they had the money, they had the resource, and they had the support to be able to actually start again. And that's kind of what Dara and Hudson indicated to when they left BioWare. Like, we're leaving at this point where there's going to be another rework, another thing, and we just didn't want to join for that. We didn't want to lead another team through that. And if that was reality, it would have been great, but not great, but it would have been what they needed. But instead, EA went, no, you've got a year and a half to do this. But then actually, what they did was they continued to delay the game. So I remember covering back in the day, initially the Veilguard was supposed to come out in 2022. And then it was supposed to come out in 2023. And then it came out in 2024. And I remember talking to Lisa and Lambo being like, wait, this was supposed to come out when Baldur's Gate 3 was supposed to come out. But imagine it didn't have the polish that it did actually end up having. How the hell was that supposed to be a reality given the state that it was in 2024? But that's because the roadmap, the release just kept on changing because EA said jump and then BioWare, unfortunate to go how far. God, this article is so sad and infuriating. I'm glad this article has shed such light on EA's monumental failings with the Veilguard. It's very clear they hold the majority of the blame of everything wrong with the game and its development. Hey, saw this article. As much as I love SWTOR, it made so much money for this one of the reasons EA kept pushing BioWare for multiplayer games. That's also true, Carball. Very good point. But can we also take a moment to seriously appreciate the devs and the writers for still managing to make the Veilguard as great as it was, despite the complete and utter shitshow that was the game's development? Decaster, I wholeheartedly agree with that. And that's a point I tried to make in my Mass Effect video. Appreciate people have their own opinions. They're completely entitled to that. At the same time, I think that, a large part of this is EA. It's not with the developers who were going through all this shit, who were told to fix the game with a year and a half, and then EA went, oh, you've got another 6 months, or you've got another year. They're just reacting to their publisher, to their and yes, they don't have to sit there and work at that company, but that's quite a lack of an empathetic thing to say when you are working full time on a project that you want to bring to life. You want You want to make a hit. You want to make a studio. You want to reclaim what BioWare used to be. You're there every single day working your job. Or you just want to make a paycheck. There's nothing also wrong with that, you know? Like, yeah. Anyway, the devs pulled off a miracle. Development was so troubled. I think it's the most troubled development, honestly. Like, from Anthem to Andromeda, we're like, oh, they're going to learn. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. And it just goes to show, EA, don't learn. Let me read more comments. Sorry, I'm scrolling up. Dee. Hello, Kitty. Good to see you. What happened with the shit show? But they delivered a game, literally. The next Mass Effect game is likely a make or break. Mass Effect has always seemed to have a bigger fan base. Also true, Carbel. Hello, Scarion. How you doing, my dude? My fable brother. Scarion. How you doing, my dude? So good to see you. The biggest thing, so I'll try and wrap this up because I realise we also are here to play Veilguard. But this is just broke though, so it's obviously huge. But I appreciate we are. We want to see Taylor back in flirting with Emmerich, and I want to get through much of the game as possible tonight. But the biggest thing for me is like the next Mass Effect. That's a dev team that apparently can convince EA to some degree. At the same time, though, like I am not going to be as optimistic as I was. Come on, I'm not that delusional. I have been very optimistic and realistic for the Veilguard, you know, and supporting the individual developers, the people who, you know, some people I was friends with, some people I was mutuals on Twitter with, some people I'd had conversations with, some people I just supported because I wanted them to make a good Dragon Age game. And it was nice to be a community and be a space that did support that online against negativity, against the big fat corporate that is EA, against all of that stuff. And I will always advocate for the individual developers at these studios trying to create a good freaking game. That is what Larian Studios do. That is what Exodus or the people at Archetype are trying to do. But it's unfortunate big fat cats like Wizard of the Coast or EA that get in the way and stop that from happening. So I'm always going to advocate for developers. Having said that, at the same time, now we have the next Mass Effect game. I'm not going to have that same like-mindedness because it's EA. It's what they've done to their teams. And while I'm a big fan of the developers of BioWare, Mike Gamble, and you've got the you know, I'm going to advocate for those developers. I'm sure they're going to do a wonderful job, and they're going to put all they can into this. At the same time, though, as I talked about in my Mass Effect video, the system that they are under, the system that they are consumed by is effing broke. It is ridiculous. We're seeing it for 10 years now. That system, that cycle needs to be broken, and it has not. And it just goes to show that EA are not in a position to do that. So, frankly, as much as we want Mike Gamble and all the fantastic, you know, all the fantastic developers at BioWare and Mass Effect who will pour their entire heart and soul and their ambition into this, the system that they're under is ridiculous. And we just see what they've done, you know, how they've treated their single-player RPG studios. So, I reiterate that Mass Effect video I made because it talks about all of this, really. What we need is for EA to completely realize their fault, to actually let the teams have creative freedom and the investment, but to create what they are good at doing. And this article ends on that note. Maybe EA are going to be strategic. Maybe they realize that they are still supporting Mass Effect. They are still supporting that Mass Effect team. Maybe they realize that. I am not going to be that optimistic, but maybe maybe tomorrow we'll see BioWare gutted. I don't know. At the same time, the Mass Effect devs, where is it? They have their sway with EA. Unlike the Dragon Age team, which Gator and team have said, you know, EA kind of treat them as like the nerds in the dungeon, the ones who like dragons and D&D. Mass Effect doesn't have that reputation with EA. And as Carbel said, who I think has gone, Carbel said that Mass Effect does have a bigger fan base than Dragon Age, and it's true. Dragon Age is an outlier compared to Mass Effect. You know, Mass Effect is huge. Mass Effect is $1 million franchise. Dragon Age isn't that. You know, Dragon Age has been smaller scale. Although, you know, Veilguard won Game of the Year and it sold 12 million copies. It doesn't have the appeal that Mass Effect does. You know, Mass Effect's getting an Amazon Prime TV show. Dragon Age got a Netflix show that has been gutted, basically. So maybe like there's not delusional, but there is some tether of tiny hope for Mass Effect because it's a bigger franchise, because the developers have their sway with EA to some regard. There is a tether of hope for it, but that remains to be seen, doesn't it? So anyway, we'll get back to the Veilguard. We can continue this conversation, by the way. What we'll do though is we'll jump into some missions. We'll kill a dragon if we can, so we can continue the conversation. Whoa. We're gonna bring our boy. What is chat saying? Wish I enjoyed the Veilguard and could hail it despite its issues, but I cannot. Emily, nope. You are well within your right to not like this game. You are well within your right to have your opinion. 1000%. At the end of the day, it's a game made from a ridiculous development cycle. Even worse than Anthem and Andromeda. They were supposed to teach BioWare or EA that this is not how you create a game. That's what the Inquisition was supposed to do. This is not how you create a game, but EA went, oh well, it's sold a shit ton, so hey, do it again. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, you are well within your right to not like this game because of what they what they had to do. They've had to gut the entire game. They've had to make it from a multiplayer thing where characters were going to die. Anyway, this is a letter for you, Kitty. Hello, kittens. We've had a word of ships. We've had a word of ship getting attacked by a dragon. Wait, we've had a word of ship. Is that a spell mistake? We've had a word of ship getting attacked by a dragon. A big one, maybe even Catandra herself, just off the coast. Keep an eye out for survivors, and if one of them is that Athelred, tell him to get back here so I can give him a mild stabbing for idiocracy. Hugs and kisses, Isabella.
Storm Riders get really
Let's go and
possessive
kill
about their
a dragon
horns.
while we
She'll
chat
be tracking
shit
the scent
about
of
EA.
anything that got taken.
Looks
EA
like they're
is a lost
talking about
cause,
dragon.
1000%.
Kataranda?
Kataranda the Storm Rider.
I talked about this
She's
in the
bad.
stream the other
She's
day, but
real
I think
bad.
all EA are focusing right now is Sims, Battlefield, their sports packages, the Jedi games, Jedi Fallen Order games, whatever they're called, Skate, and then Mass Effect. That's it. That's all they're focusing on. No Titanfall, nothing. No other little games. They'll probably still work with Joseph Ferris, but that's it. So that's all their entire focus. Anyway, of course, we can continue the conversation. If anyone wants to continue talking about and shitting on EA, I do not mind. I could shit on them all day. We'll, yeah. But now we are going to kill Cassandra. I'd like to do some... we'll also jump on the main quest today, too. We've got the Veil Jumpers questline to do. Do you want to go up here? I forget. Also... Chat, if anybody knows the
Wanna
PC
take a look behind
controls,
the
I am
waterfall?
not good with the
Sometimes
PC
there's
controls
treasure.
because I'm used to playing with a controller. So, like,
So you're with Rook now?
we gotta... Oh, hello.
Matter, yes.
Oh,
Good. I hope you two do good stuff.
oh.
Aw, thanks, Tosh.
Just don't do corpse stuff in bed.
What?
No, sorry, you're right. It's not my stuff. Do corpse stuff in bed if you want to.
Wow.
Thank you, Tosh, for the sentiment.
Emmerich's voice there is perfect. Perfect. Isabella is obsessed with me. What can I say? I enjoy I enjoy sailing those seas. W goes forward. Thank you, June.
Perhaps this lost treasure is in the wreckage nearby.
The controller is what causes it to lag. It's crazy. I feel like a little noob. Go on, do it. Do it.
I'm on it. Nope again.
I think it's the jumping. I mean, I know it's spacebar's... No. How do you just jump? How do you regularly jump? Because I try and jump and I roll. Alt F4 for screen... It's not going to close the game, is it? You're not trying to fool me, are you? No, it didn't work. Is it function F4? No, it didn't work. Didn't work. No work, Kitty. No work. Yes, MG, thank you. OBS is
All right.
working like a treat. Thank you. It's brilliant. I love OBS. It's fantastic. Streamlabs was so annoying. Spacebar does a roll, but what about a jump? Can you actually jump in this game? I forget. No, don't. I'm tricking you. Oh, well, I already did it now. So I can do the double... So is that jump? That's dodge though. So then I try and jump and I just do an evade. I forget. Also, it's like a keyboard to use your bow, and then you have to press to slash. Also, how is the volume while I'm in combat? Am I really loud? Is it annoying? Thank you, Emily. Oh. Should we increase the sensitivity so I can try and like 360 no scope with the mouse? E to jump. No E. Thanks, Jim, but nothing. It's perfect like... Oh, thank you. That's too kind, Key. Viago, since you've said you already had weaponry covered, we've sent mostly alchemical supplies. This should give you what you need for those lovely little traps you've been springing on your new friends in Treviso. You can send your team to our agreed-upon drop set at the waterfall and the cliff tops. Here's to causing trouble for the Antam wherever they are.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
Victims of a surprise attack.
So, to jump, you just have to... Okay, you sprint. Man, I am very much a console peasant. I like a controller. Nice, easy that way, you know what I mean. It feels good in my hands. Kitty, Heather's already rizzed me today as well, actually. I was just about to boot up the stream and then she said, "See you in 6 minutes on stream, hun." I was like, whoa. Riz. I blushed. I was like, flipping heck. Wasn't expecting it. Right, let's get Kataranda's treasure.
Kataranda
no.
threw that ship like a toy.
Looks like
Kill
something
some
took the treasure and
dragons.
buried it.
Hello, Hassan. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Jack reading our DMs on stream, of course. That's how I know I can trust you, you know. If you can read someone's DMs on stream, that is the hierarchy of trust. I did it with Lucas once, FuzzleCon. I shared our DMs on stream. I was like, I trust Lucas. Hello, Lewis Washington. How you doing, Lewis? How is your Wednesday going? Back at it again. We are indeed. Thank you for joining us, Lewis. It's been a long time because of getting a new PC and setting up his Dark Academia studio, which you can see behind me. But thank you so much for joining. We're back at Taylor Swift. We did not abandon Taylor. She was just taking a little mid-tour break. But to be fair, we're so close to like finishing this game, you know. Heaven, I should read his written word on stream. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
To think,
I would love that, Emily. I would love that.
The what?
Oh, we're talking about law.
The spirit.
Go on.
Not as a full possession, but gaining memories of the past.
Oh, okay.
Rumor
I love
has
that.
it that Morrigan helped the Inquisitor, possibly by turning into
Go
a
on.
dragon
Emmerich giving us
to...
proper law.
She what? How'd she do it?
Oh,
What
now
kind of
Tash is
dragon?
interested.
Well, I wasn't there.
We have to ask her next time.
So is the volume okay now, chat? Could you hear them speaking about Mathal? And our babe Morrigan? As payback for my back. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Right. This bow is beautiful though, and actually I forgot to tell you, we're all wearing the we're wearing the Antivan Crow level tier 4 armor for the first time too. So we're actually looking like Taylor for a change.
We have to pay you? I feed you breadcrumbs every week.
Seems like you're never far from the water. In
Also,
Ravane,
for those
one way or
interested,
another.
guess who Alex Jordan's favorite Dragon Age companion is? Have a guess. I can also tell you who he romanced first, if you're interested. But yeah, who do you think Alex Jordan, our male British voice actor's favourite companion is? Woof! MG, what was the woof? I forgot about the woof. Woof.
Another of those Fen'Harel altars.
Send me the spice, I will read. Volume is gorgeous. Is it gorgeous when I say it like that? Send me the spice. What spice shall I send you, Emily? I bet it's Emmy.
This is all of the treasure
Emmy.
stolen from Haderanda.
Yeah, it's
Let's get to the
Emmy.
beach where I lured the Vinsimer. Plenty of open space
It's
for a
Emmy.
good fight.
Alex
Be
Jordan was
ready
like,
with poisons.
Emmerich, of course.
Lightning dragons
But he
are
did
more
say it was
sensitive
because
to
of the
poison
amount of
than most.
lore and depth he adds. And he said more stuff like that. But then he did also go into detail about the romance scene. And I was like, that happens? But I didn't say that out loud. I just said it in my head because I was like, does that actually happen? I can't say anymore. I will not say anymore. I will wait till I witness that for myself. But that sounds interesting if that happens. The Bast here attempts to help the Bast in Treviso. I will not have the Butcher complaining that I'm hindering his efforts. Gillinane does not reward those who fail. Find the crows and these supplies and bring them to the warden fort. We will deliver both to the Butcher to show that the Antam who serve Pen Shanak are worthy of grace.
Looks like the Antam got the supplies that were meant for
I
the
swear
crows.
to G,
We
if
need to get
autocorrect
those
doesn't
supplies
stop
back
disrespecting Emmerich's
and pay back the
name,
Antam.
literally.
Come on.
Your fanfic.
Time for the crows
Okay,
to send
right.
their regards.
I gotta send Em my fanfic. Right, okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, right. I'll do it to show you how game I am as a human being. Haven't. Right. Right, how about I send you. Right, okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna. There it is. Woo! Bloop. Anybody just like making like little random noises sometimes? It gets me through the day, to be honest. Bloop. Bop. Bah. Where are we? Ah! You go there. Oh, nope, I did that wrong. Send it the same bit you sent me. That's what I was thinking. Hello there. I have two screens now too. I did before, but when I did my Dark Academia video, I didn't. But now I do. But it's like it's vertical. It's crazy. So I'm looking here and there. It's like whoa. I realize also the camera's over here. Maybe I should move it over there. But I'm like whoa. It's fun. What was I saying about? Oh yeah, Alex Jordan. Alex Jordan also, his favourite companion was Emmerich. Also, what else was his favourite? Oh yeah, who he romanced. Who do you think he romanced? I'll give you a hint. Alex Jordan did not romance Emmerich first. And he gave me a great reason why he romanced who he romanced. Where are we? Is it this one? It was... Okay. There you go. There you go. Enjoy. Where are we? Right, back to it. Where are we? Okay. We call that stimming my tear. Thanks. Thanks, Hev. I was actually watching a video just before on TikTok about Doctor Who stims, so it's true. Ooh la la, da, Mr. Two Screens. Did he romance Balara? That's a good... You know what? That is a good shout. He did not, but that's a really good shout, and I can see why you'd think that.
Some kind of puzzle with torches or
He
fires
romanced...
or something. Might get treasure out of it.
I'll give everybody a little bit longer to think on it. Who do you think our man, our favourite, my favourite, sorry, not ours, because I don't know who your favourite is. Our favourite, my favourite, again, sorry. It's like communism. Our favourite. He's just such a lovely man that he has become my favourite, but he is our favourite. I'm claiming it. He's our favourite. Our favourite Rook. Who do you think he would romance? To start with. I bet he romanced Lucanus. No, but good shot. He did say, all right, everybody, put your hands up if you romance Lucanus. Yeah, of course you did. Of course you did.
Everyone get ready.
I remember getting lore entries on this dragon. I'd be like, yo, there's gonna be a storm dragon in the Veilguard. Lucanus is Pookie. Oh, Ozzy Sky. Sorry, I can't tell how loud this dragon is. Is the dragon really loud over my voice? So we've got Tash, we've got Lucanus, we've got Harding. Did we say Lucanus is Pookie, or did we say Alex Jordan is Pookie? Who did we say is Pookie? Alex went for Nev because he likes being called Trouble. And I went, I get it. What I have done though, by the way, to our British or United Kingdom Dragon Age communityers, I have asked MCM Comic Con if they can do more Dragon Age stuff, because hopefully by the time it comes around again, the strike will be over, and people like Alex can feel comfortable with talking about Dragon Age. But it'd be great to have a Dragon Age panel there, because there's so many Dragon Age fans that go. Even if not, if anybody... Oh, I'm gonna die. Pookie, who is Pookie again? I forget who Pookie was. Hello, Thea, how you doing?
Hey, Rook.
Both are Pookie. Both are Pookie. So Lucanus and Alex are Pookie. Where does that leave Emmerich? Yeah. If anybody is in England, and even would just like to hang out with fellow Dragon Age fans, MCM Comic Con is a great place to go, because Alex Jordan's there. I'm going to go again. A bunch of Dragon Age fans go. It's good fun. Even just to meet Alex Jordan, because he is so nice. Valid answer? Yeah, it is valid. It is valid, isn't it? It is valid. I'm gonna die. No, 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 no. Emmerich, bro. Oh no. No, 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 no. I suck without a... hello, Sand. How you doing? Emmerich is daddy. Ah. So everybody else is Pookie, but Emmerich is daddy. Bone daddy. Do that, and you do that. I'm actually using this for the first time ever. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Solas is Bear.
We just took down Deathstorm the Storm Rider.
Solas is Bear. Emmerich
And I
is
believe there may be some
baby
treasure caught in
baby
her
daddy or
scales.
bone daddy.
Yep. Storm Riders carry around bits of their horde.
Lucanus is
think maybe
Pookie.
they
Ooh,
get worse.
Audacity, eh? Wasn't that a
Pretty
sword in
much
Dragon
not
Age
with
2? I swear it was. I mean, the game ain't gonna stutter if I keep on using my keyboard. It's just with using a controller, man. I don't know what it is. It's such a weird glitch. You know? Solas is Bear. Hello, Sand. How are you doing? Glad to see Tay... Pardon me. Glad to see Tay back. Thank you for joining back. It's been a long time coming, but we We had to set up a new PC. I keep on looking over here. I apologise. Right, should I change Audacity? We've got necrotic damage and stagger. Necrotic damage, permanently gain necrotic weapons. Or we've got your weapons deal 100% while attacking in the air. Your weapons deal less. Okay, maybe we should change Optimist Span for Audacity. Each sword attack consumes an arrow. Oh, yeah. Well, I want to look at it though. What does it look like? It looks ugly, but that's fine. And grants 50% bonus damage. That's brilliant. Oh, that's actually great. It doesn't suit Tay-Tay, but it's fine. Well, you know, she's got the bow that's floral. She's got the sword that's squiddy. Also, chat. Has anybody... Last time I was supposed to stream, I crashed, and it was annoying. We were going to look at the executor weapons. Has anybody actually played the game since and seen the executor weapons? I will show you them. Emmerich can be my baby daddy if he wants. Fair. Cullen is my cully wully, my soulmate, my golden retriever, my good time boy, whom can do no wrong. I feel like Emmerich might be more of a yes sir now that I think about it. Oh, as opposed to what? As opposed to baby daddy. Hey Jack, what's the tea of the day? Yorkshire. Oh, just happened to land in Emmerich's room. I was supposed to be going to Rook's room, but he doesn't want to speak anyway. He's not even in here. Give Tay that audacity. We will. We will. We have. Sorry, we have. Right. Who's speaking there? I will show you. No, lol. Emily, just for you, I will show you the. There they are. There you go. That's what they look like. So these are the executor weapons. So I'll read through them. We've got the Watchful Saber. The long blade sees goals and opens the paths to desired outcomes. They added these in February, and they are rancid. But they also add more lore on the executors, even though we don't have any more lore to... like, we don't have any reason. Like, we don't have any DLC, sorry. We don't have any reason for them besides the ending, which we don't know is going anywhere. But I suppose if they ever do make a future game, we can see if they're ever going to be mentioned ever again. Then we've got... Did we get any armor? There was a stash of them. Was there a bow? Probably not a bow that fits that bow. No weapons, but yeah, you can see the one, and it was gross. I like the Lovecraftian nature of it all. But yeah, it adds more mysteries than anything. I love Rancid, to be honest, fair. Proper minging, aren't they? They are. Proper minging. Minging. Have they got any others? No. I can't remember how I saw them all then, to be honest. I do love these as pyjamas, though. I do love Hawk's robes. Or we've got the straw man, which is also cute. What I'd wanted to show you as well, once I find Hawk's robes again, is where was Hawk's robes? Anybody find Hawk's robes for me? There we are. So we also got this was last stream. We got the other level 4 crow armor. So we don't like that, really. We don't like that. So we got this one, which was it's amazing, it's sick. It's somewhere. I believe we got another level 4. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, I can't remember what it looked like, actually. It wasn't that one. Was it this one? It wasn't that one. Anybody know what the other level 4 crow one is? Oh god, not the straw outfit. Put it away. What do you mean? Enough info for a clowning video, Thea. It's good. In the middle to... Oh, thank you to Caster. When nobody got me, I know the caster got me. Whereabouts did you say? In the middle. Top to the left. Left. In the middle. In the middle. In the middle of the night. Here. That one. He's dancing around it, am I? We got this one too, which is interesting. Are you sure? Are you sure? In the middle. To the left. To the left. To the left. Oh yeah. Thank you. Okay, this one. Oh yeah. Like, how nice is that? Oh, that's nice. Was I wearing this one before? Was I wearing that one? Oh. She's trying to call me. Whoa. We got it. Jump scare. Okay. We have that one. It's a mint. It's lovely. We're gonna wear that. It's so good. So good. Jump scare, literally, chat, right? Whoa. I feel like you were gonna be too angry, Hev. I was like, whoa, reject. No. Right. We're gonna go talk to Harding and Lucanus, and then we will do the next main mission, which is the Veil Jumper one. BRB. Now Emily's gonna call me. Let's see what these two need to chat about. Oh, they're having coffee.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
First time for everything.
Try everything once. That's what I say.
I want to, but
Oh,
sometimes
Lady
I just
C,
like
have the
having
outfits
what
been
I
updated?
like.
Have they?
Nothing wrong with that. So, Harding, what do you think?
It's delicious.
You hate it. Just be honest.
She hates it.
No, I don't hate it. It's really nice. Temperature.
I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
He really wouldn't.
I know, but sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Everyone likes you. You shouldn't.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. Be yourself.
You shouldn't be yourself.
Guess
What?
I can't help it.
You must have been pretty
Don't
tiny
use
as
the
a
word
child.
can't.
Where did
Harding.
that come from?
Can't
A
isn't a
tiny
real
dwarven
word.
girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar.
I don't want to repeat of trying to guide Jack to the warehouse
Maybe
and talk.
coffee just isn't my thing.
Should we go find it again? Hev is a chaos angel and I'm here for it. Hell yeah. Hev, Maya Hawke wrote a song about you. I think it's called Chaos Angel. Give it a listen. It's a lovely song. Right, we're going to do a main quest. We haven't done one in ages. Also, chat, does anybody know that if I do this quest, I can still do all the loyalties, can't I? That's only triggered when I actually start Act 3, right? I can do, yeah, I can plow on with the mains. Because I think when I played the game so long ago, I just plowed on with all of the loyalty quests. But I really want to do a main quest. I haven't done a main quest in ages. Because I'd quite like to do the Blood of Alathan, which is where we go to a crater. So, the Venatori have kidnapped Dalish elves and now intend to spill their blood and sacrifice. It's a good quest. To the risen god, the cult is gathering deep in the Alathan Forest, and it falls to the team and the Veil Jumpers to stop them before Dalish. That's a lot. Ploughing, you say? Yeah, like ploughing through it. Like you plough a crop. I can do this, right? Anybody know? Anybody help me? Or we'll do Balara's quest. Ploughing on... I can't. Right, we'll do Balara's quest first, actually. Emmerich, because we do want to do the Demon's Bargain. OMG. I really wish that this was all about the executors, but I still like the fact that it's about the Forbidden/Forgotten ones. That is still pretty sick. Can we be the crop? What about a ploughman sandwich?
We
You
were
know what I
here,
mean?
But it's been a while.
What's inside a ploughman sandwich? Is it
Fire's
pickle
cold.
and tomato and
Tracks are
chicken
mostly
and stuff?
gone. So where'd they go?
Let's start looking.
We won't know if we stand around
Look how
here.
sick she looks. She
Let's
looks
look
so
around.
good.
Right. Probably in the ruins. Their supplies are still here.
Take care of your
Still,
back, Emily.
I don't know. Something feels... Rook? Let's be careful.
Right, you know what we're
Very,
going to
very
do? We're going to
careful.
Google it.
Right.
Can I do the Blood of Alafan quest before the final act? Whatever the question is. No, it's gone into Sky. Oh no, the Blood of Olaf side quest. Who's Blood of Olaf? Can I do the Blood of Alafan before locking into my companions? It doesn't know. It's gone into Baldur's Gate 3. We'll just. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, because you're locked into Act 3. It's like, this is the point of no return. Yeah. I'll be inside your ploughman sandwich. Oh, I'm not... Emily's not going on all fours. Me and Dusty are in the sandwich. Beans! Beans.
That looks a lot like the Fade Tears we saw when Solus was doing his ritual.
Oh, yeah?
We can walk through these.
Is that safe?
It's the only way across, so I hope so.
Have you fully compensated Emily? I did. I apologise, Emily, for the dangerous Riz. I apologise for breaking your back in. Oh, Lord. Sweet Jesus.
Demons? But I thought we stabilized this area.
The Y is a little
So the thing that I also need to learn is like all the combos you get.
Right. Quickly.
So our new blade gives us more arrows, which is sick. So that means I can like be even more of a saboteur. So let's mention. We've actually already got a pretty good build anyway with the whole... You'll notice like the little necrotic heads that leave whenever I get a good kill. It's sick. How would I be? How would you like to be How would one like to be compensated?
Okay, the veil jumpers definitely came through.
That is a
here.
good question.
Ynarl.
I compensated by apologising for breaking your back
Oh,
in, but
pretty
I can
recently,
compensate in
too.
any other way.
But there's something else. A
Should
little
you
older
feel
and
a particular way to
we'll
be
have to cross here.
compensated.
Just, don't look down. It's a long way to the ground.
I can hear you saying that. Ooh, in my head. Oh, well, I lost it. I can hear you saying that in my head, and you are so dangerously honest. MG. Oh wait, did I go past the thing? Yeah, it could go over there for a secret little thing. 2 seconds. Beep boop. Chest. I think the Alafan Forest is my favourite location, having played the game now, and with it being, what, is it like 7 months after launch now? I do like, I like the lushness, I like exploring it, I never get bored of it. I just want to note, Jack never denied the all fours comment just saying. No comment. I don't know what to say, that's why. What would you have me say? That I was a great adversary in your people's mythology? Yeah, like those little necrotic heads that come out do so much damage. It's brilliant. I love them. They're great. They're great. Right. We need to up sensitivity as well because we could try and do more 360 no scopes. Sensitivity. What are you under? Boop, 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 boop. Controls, maybe, probably. Right, how fast do we want to go? Aiming is the main thing, actually. Let's try. Oh! Oh! Can we do a 360 no scope? Woo! No, we can't.
Ranged incoming.
Is that too? Actually, it's maybe a touch too fast, but it's actually not bad. It's not bad. That I was the greatest adversary in young people's mythology. Necropolis, hell yeah. I would have had you trust me. I'm seeing that a cryo. Was it that bad, Emily? Do you have to see a chiropractor tomorrow? Jack wants to increase sensitivity. I like it. This is a good speed. I think this is a good speed.
More difficult to deal with, but not impossible.
Burning anger. It's not half bad.
Something's
It's
wrong
not
with that
half.
rage demon. More agitated than
We need to get Olivia back in the field. There you go, Olivia. Olivia and Benjamin. Wait, I think Olivia was the cannon and Benjamin's the small turret. Yeah, here's Olivia. This is Olivia. Yeah, there's Olivia doing her thing.
There we go.
That rage demon. It smelled like tin. Like
tin,
the
eh?
aftermath of powerful magic. So what does that mean? It means we hurry.
Oh, ominous.
Sure,
Tinkering.
here we go.
Can't remember if this is the final quest or if this is the second. I think it's the second one where we're going to meet her brother. Oh, well, Emily, I hope your cryopractory goes well. And they help your back. Is that the one where they put, like, needles and stuff in your back? Like the mantis on Kung Fu Panda.
That satchel. That was Melora.
A crumbled note. There's something wrong about this place. The air feels heavy and I feel wrong. Achy, almost like Emily's back. Almost like I'm about to be sick. But in my mind, too, I can't describe it. The others are worse. They're all resting. Hamuel and I are going to find a way out and get out. Get help if we can.
Melora's, I mean. So why would a demon have it? And where's Melora?
I don't know.
Melora.
I wish I did, but I don't. I can't think of any
We're being fired upon,
explanation that makes
says the
this
man
a
who
good
stands
thing.
in front of
Then
the
we
machine
must
gun.
hurry.
It's true.
Yeah.
Magic smells like tin. No, that's acupuncture. Ah. Tinfold. Oh, yeah, tin magic. See ya. Literally. It smells like tin. Is that because magic is tinfoil? Acupuncture in the needles. Acupuncture is the needles. Acupuncture is the needles? It isn't the needles? It is? Oh. So what's cryopractory? Is that where they crack your back? Are you going to tell them why your back is in the state it is, Emily? Are you going to say what happened? Are they going to say what's the root cause
How sure are you?
of the
As
aching
sure
back
as I can be. That's all I've got.
of the
We'll
bad back?
assist how we can.
Right. Of course. Thanks.
I suppose you could say something horsey to cover it up if you wanted to. OMG. No, it's when they karate chop me. Oh, wow. Damn. Is it painful? Cryopactory snap you. I forgot, Kitty, you're like a medic person thing. Oh, here we go. I actually really love this because it was like, oh, forbidden, forgotten ones.
Blur, you okay?
What's it called?
We have to stop it. Get them down.
Anurus.
Laura Siobhan? I can't believe it. It's really you. I'd hoped you
Break
might
you
come,
like a glow
but I
stick.
didn't let myself believe it.
Syrian.
Game is
Hello?
so beautiful. And I can
Are
really
you
feel
alright?
that on my new PC.
You're dead.
No. No, nothing could be further from the truth. He delivered me.
One can hope it's
As you will
Solas's
deliver
yoga
us all.
caused.
He?
Can you imagine?
Who's he? Who are you talking about, Syrian? Who saved you?
Here we go.
I did.
Hell yeah. Anaris. Any more of you? Hee 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 hee.
How many more of you are planning on showing up?
None. It is only myself, and I cannot yet manifest. Soon enough, though, with Syrian's aid.
Jack, you almost sound proud.
I'm a Norris. They call me...
A forgotten one.
Hell yeah.
Yes, well done. Forgotten, but not gone. The 6th and the 7th roam free, and the way stands clear. And I will guide our people to a
It just makes me really
as the
want
others
Imp
have
Shale
found,
as a
as these two will
companion.
soon find.
The demons. They were the veil jumpers.
A huge blue tinfoil. I'd love that. You're a monster. How could you? Oh shit. I mean, come on.
Shit. You're right. Why, Syrian? Why do that to our people? We wanted to save them, not destroy them.
I mean, they wouldn't.
Alas, a regrettable possibility, if the ritual is done wrong.
You told me it would give them strength, purity. You never said it could kill them.
I had assumed
So-
you could handle such a trifling task.
Is the point of this
Syrian.
that the mask is like
Perhaps I
the magic
chose
that's
my
that's
herald
bound him to
poorly.
slavery?
If you lack the conviction to see your people sinned,
Why, Syrian? Why do this? Why him?
Oh, and there
Because
is his
only
voiced
he
by
offers
Matt
the
Mercer.
truth.
That's sick. I didn't know
And
that
is
either.
willing to help our people. That's all I've ever wanted. All we've ever wanted.
No. Not like this. Never like this. Why couldn't you stay a memory?
come now, Syrian. We will leave your sister to her contemplation, as well as other things.
That would be a sick cosplay, though, wouldn't it? What I was going to say was, so it's the mask that makes him
Working on it.
controlled by Anaris. What they should have done is just used Valesline as mind control, because like that, it's a system of slavery, but it could have been like Red Lyrium Valesline. That would have been a way better way to control him, I think. Also using existing law that was all established so massively in Inquisition.
If we break the artifacts
But
to the
instead
edges,
we got a
the
brand new
energy flow
mask
should
that we'd
stop.
never heard of before
Sure.
or used in Elven law.
That's all I've got.
It'd have been better just to use Valesline, I think. But yeah, he's controlled by blood writing on his face that belongs to Anaris.
Looks like you're special.
It's working. One more to go.
More demons incoming.
But that's just me. That's just me.
Hurry! They don't have much longer. Careful! Left!
Come here. Come here. Oh, oh, hey, hey. Feel the wrath of Benjamin. Slap one of those masks on me any day, Anaris. What about Solas? Hev? You want to be bound to Anaris, not Sol? Well, not bound to Solas, but you'd rather be bound to Anaris. How would Solas take that? How would Solas take that? If Solas had a mask as well, and the Dalish law saying he could walk amongst the Ignorant and the Forgotten Ones, it would make sense he had a mask too. Oh yeah, hell yeah it would. Toxic yearning. That is a perfect analogy of a lot of things. Of our infatuation with Solas.
Get that one up!
Let's get Haniel and Yunara.
Do you think, honestly think I would choose
Shouldn't we go
anybody
after
over
Syrian?
Solas? No, no, no.
He's gone.
No.
Come on. Let's signal the others.
Yes, but Jack, and then they'd have to include the Dalish with Valenslin, and that wasn't in the budget. That's true. Unless blood writing was reserved only for the Evanurus. Also a good point. Also a good point. We need to see what Anurus looks like under the hood.
Ready
You know
to
what I
signal
mean?
the others?
You know what I mean? Let's go.
Yeah, let's let them know where we are.
Dusty has
Okay.
enough. Whoa,
Give them the
okay. I ain't saying that. My sweet lord. Oh, sorry.
Yunara's
Heart.
still
I
bleeding.
mean heart.
Same as Haniel. Because of you. So Syrian's alive. Damn. And working with the Forgotten One? You sure it was him? I wish I wasn't. But it was him. Or close enough. Raising demons? Killing veil jumpers? How could he... My brother.
The mask.
What was that mask he was wearing? It started
I
glowing.
do declare. What did I
Bronze?
just walk back into?
Kind
MG.
of ugly? Yes,
Kitty.
exactly. An
That's all I'll
Evanurus
say.
Bond mask.
Kitty.
Damn.
We found a few of them around Arlethan, but they were broken.
Our
Or
laughing.
at least dormant. But with all the raw magic the gods brought back into the world, guessing that's changed things.
The mask would link to one of the gods, or a sufficiently powerful mage. Let you feel whatever they felt. Mostly used to
It
control
should
their
have just been
servants.
Valenslin.
So Syrian's being controlled? That isn't him?
Servant, not slave. It can't control your thoughts. You just feel what they feel. For some people, that's enough.
Syrians. That's so creepy.
That's deeply unsettling.
You have to stop him. No matter what.
What he did is unforgivable.
I know, Strife, but I can get through to him. I know I can.
And if you can't,
Right. Let's go.
I'm so manic tonight, I'm sorry. Kitty, you don't need to apologise. I think I'm about to go on a theory spiral in my dark little corner. In my little dark corner. Emily, bring him in here. Bring them in here. But the mask should resemble more of the Forgotten Ones. I don't know why. I don't know. Would make more sense. Yeah, it's just a basic gold mask, isn't it? I just found a pic of a Narasaurus mask. Do share. Do be sharing.
Finally got the rubble cleared. Start.
Let class
Get
see.
all your god-killing implements right here.
Share with the class.
Good luck.
Right.
Keep your head up.
Let's do... Should we do the mission? We'll do the mission. We'll do the mission. We'll save the kidnapped Dalish. So we need Nev. Emmerich. I do like this mission. It is good. But then I think that's the final mission of Act 2. And it's Act 3. Obviously, I need to do the loyalties, though. I think. This is a good mission, though.
well,
They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
do they mean the clan?
Can we just... Oh, I can just take a photo with subtitle now.
They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
I hate cultists. It'll be a fight.
That's a lot of them. It'll be a fight for the ages.
No fighting.
You could
They'll
say
get us all killed.
Dragon
You're going to
Ages.
blend in instead. I found you some disguises.
Alaphan Forest, same Raphael. Good to see you. How you doing?
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh,
It's actually
sticky.
such a good
Why
mission.
Is it sticky?
And look at
Blood.
Nev's fit. Look at
Hopefully.
Nev's fit. She looks
Make
great.
sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best.
And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
Sad but true.
And we'll be your entourage.
I'll go with the Veil Jumpers.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
Hee. Oh, DeCaster has sent us a picture of Anaris with no mask. Let me show the class before we jump into this quest. So, this is what Anaris looks like with no mask. This is the guy you've been thirsting over. There you go. Kind of looks like Salt. No, I'm joking. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna hide that because that's haunting. Right.
Will the others follow?
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small
I think
groups.
you know what this calls for. Calls for a selfie. We've got the orbit. All right, what we got? We're gonna get close, nice and close. Lens distortion, of course. This is so much easier on a controller, my lord. So much easier. No autofocus. Get that saturation up. Right, okay. I do not like how this works. We haven't taken a good picture. I apologize, chat. This is not good. This is not to the quality that Taylor deserves. It needs to, like, you know. We're just gonna, yeah, okay, right. Right, how do you take a foot? G. We'll leave that. I prefer it on controller, man. So I need to finish the game still. I got off several months ago from a certain death which revealed, and it just broke my heart. Watching this makes me want to jump back into it. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Melissa. That's awful. Thanks for tuning in, though. I really appreciate it. And if this makes you want to jump back into it. We are currently in the second act, doing one of the final missions of the second act. And it's a great mission, to be honest. It's a really good. It's one of the best missions in the game.
In the trees.
You start to feel a sense of the stakes.
Ah, they're keeping watch then. Excellent.
And it's just a well done mission. Hello, Emily, back to see your favourite quest. Oh, Emily, we've got the opposite problem. You struggle with controller, I struggle with PC. Worlds collide. And well, you're making me want to do another run of Veilguard. Oh, hell yeah, Raphael. Any thoughts what you'd like to do? Is there a playthrough that you haven't done yet that you would like to do? I'm a keyboard girly. Temple of the Sun.
How do the Venatori stand the itch of these robes?
We'll wear them as long as we don't have to fight.
I mean, how can he not be your favourite? He's great. What we got over here? A brief message. Taywin, leaving you to pack up the rest of the gear. Sani is not doing well. Shouldn't have let him drink from the lake. I knew there was something off of the water. Ooh. Finish your observations and get back to Camp Haniel. Yeah, bro, there is something definitely off on that water.
They're going to bleed the Dalish deer.
They must mean one of the Hulla. They plan to kill it for sport.
Oh, hello.
Can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Yes.
Oh.
We don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
Bro. Who are Harlem?
I come from Ming Rapids.
There's a few of us here.
A man that enjoys the finer things in life. Oh, he is. He doesn't want robes that make his skin itch, which I think everybody can appreciate.
They've returned, and the enemies of Winter will fall.
This whole place makes my skin crawl.
Venatoria bad enough,
Hello.
but something...
Here we go. Drip
Stop.
check.
Who are you? I don't recognize any of you.
You don't recognize me?
I don't. Magister. Lady,
Appalling. They'll hire anyone these days.
I'm sorry, my lady. I was given instruction to...
Tell someone who gives a damn.
Oh.
Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods. But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane like we expected.
You handled that well.
That was impressive.
Girl boss.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
A human mage, to be precise.
Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Few tentacles is good.
Hopefully that means fewer tentacles.
Yes, Elganon's resonating in the Fade feels quite different.
Let's keep going. This robe is starting to give me a rash.
Resonating in the Fade. What? I love him. He's brilliant. He's the best. I would like to do, Raphael, I would like to do another run where
Does
I complete
anyone else
Emmerich's
hear
romance.
that?
I've done the Candace and Davin. The Candace was my first choice, but yeah, Davin was much better. Feels more complete. I'm doing Emmerich for the first time currently as well, and he is great.
I feel
There we go.
you. I see you. I know how you suffer. Come
Love his voice.
to me, and I will ease your soul.
What's the voice actor called? John Cooper? Josh Cooper? Cooper? Something like that. Anybody know Elganon's voice actor?
Are nothing, little crow.
Little crow.
But I can make you master of life and death.
He's making promises, tempting me.
He says he can teach me to bring back those beyond.
Oh, hello, Harding.
No, impossible.
Oh, what was Elganon tempting Emmerich with? Was it his parents, you reckon? Probably, right? Tempting him that he can bring back his parents from the beyond. Can we get a selfie? You're not going to let me move. Oh, it's because I'm doing orbit. I'm a silly goose. I am a silly goose. No wonder I'm failing to move it. I'm doing orbit. That's how we do it. Ah, silly goose. Right. Apologies for that, chat. Joseph Cap. Thank you. Joseph Cap. No cap, more like. Apparently at Glasgow Comic Con, he said that he watched my videos to prepare for the role. I'm like, Joseph Cap. What a lad. Need to meet him. Need to give him my sincere thanks in person. No cap. No cap. Ooh, Emily has a hot take. Let's read this hot take. The one time Nev's allowed to have a personality. It's the one time she's allowed to not talk about the job. Yeah. The job. The job. But the job. The job. The job. The job, though. But the job. The job. Do we get Lucanus? I don't know if we do, you know. So I'm getting used to the controls now. We're learning. We're learning. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I kind of wanted the team in it, but now it's just a TS pick selfie. Let's put you down and go. What is the button for a screenshot? It's G. Or I could do print screen. However, do that on my new keyboard. Where's print screen on my new keyboard? Give me a second. Where is the print screen button? I don't know. Let's just press the screenshot button on Steam. How do I press you? What are you? No. What are you? What button are you? Ah! No. I'm pretty sure it's like Alt F9. No. Okay, never mind. Well, we screenshot it. Hello, Neela. How you doing? Nyla. At Taylor Swift. Yes, we are back. I want to romance Elganon so badly. Elgar Daddy. Joseph Cap. Elgar Daddy.
For hundreds of
there
years,
he is.
You have mourned
Joseph Cap.
the loss
We love
of your
you.
dragon gods. From beyond the veil.
From beyond the veil.
I heard your lament and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise.
That's why we don't drink the water.
I am Elganon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
I will free your Antiva from the Kunari. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love me. And
that's all he wants, is to be worshipped and kneeled and loved.
I know this magic. It's old.
How you doing, Neela?
Dangerous.
Alex Jordan and Joseph Cap watch Jackdaw's videos to prepare for the roles. That is such a flex. I'm a humble man.
It's too strong. I can't break it.
We've got this.
I have GB of screen. I have gigabytes of screen captures and video recordings of my Rook, and he's also one of my phone's wallpapers.
Someone broke his
As
hold.
he should be.
Valara bought us some time, but we have to go now.
So yeah, what was he tempting everybody with? With Rook, it was freeing Antiva from the Kunari. With Emmerich, it was something about mortal people from the dead, which probably his parents, to be honest.
Venatori, there are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
He's sending the cult after us.
Elganon is here. We've an opportunity to...
No. We can't touch him now that his Archdemon's in play.
Whoa, don't just say
Won't
no
risk
to
Taylor's
Emmerich
lives.
like that. Whoa. The lack of respect.
That's got it.
That goes to you.
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah, I wish you had more screen time too. Yeah. I love this quest so much, I can't wait for my mans. Your mans.
They attack from a distance.
You've got so many men to capture. You got your Elgar daddy, you got your Bone daddy. Oh, the caster, who's your real daddy? The Elgar daddy, sorry, Elganon or Emmerich. Who is your daddy?
Fine work, darling.
Darling.
I am your best.
Oh. Mean.
Look there. The Archdemon.
Oh, hello.
So maybe we avoid
Oh,
its
I'm on
attention?
Joplin. Then they had more. Then they had more screen time for all the Evanuris. So I stopped literally. Yeah, like the whole Evanuris thing would have been in the middle of the game because introduction would have been just Solas and chasing after him. Then the Elven Gods would be free. Like, imagine that. An entire first act chasing after Solas. But we mourn. We mourn. We mourn. We mourn. It's me, I'm here, real daddy. Kitty has spoken. Emmerich calling Rook darling lives in my head rent-free. City! Hello, I City, how you doing?
I want the interlopers at my feet.
Interloper.
Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
I think Corypheus uses that word as well. Interloper. You toy with plans beyond your ken. Kneel. They all want you to kneel, don't they? Damn. Whoa. Oh. I chased after Solas forever. Oh, what happened last time? Kitty, what happened last time?
And now Darkspawn?
Of course. Why wouldn't the Venatori bring their new friends on a walk?
How to summon City. Solas. Hi, City. I'll request at work to receive an encouraging well done darling after every meal. Sand, you should. That's brilliant. Don't ask that. No, Kitty, I've asked now. Kitty, I've asked. You've got to tell me now. You don't have to, but I'd like it. I'd like it to. Oh no, I need to get back up. I was trying to read Emily. I would have liked to see an exchange between Elga and Corypheus. That would have been sick. Oh, you got to tell Kitty. Oh, is it bad, Kitty? How bad are we talking, Kitty? Kitty. Kneel. Oh. Or at the stairs.
Is the archdemon heading towards us?
It doesn't seem to be yet.
Gillenane lost her dragon. It might make Elganar more cautious.
Absolute gold. What was it? If it was absolute gold. I do wonder how much, at which point the Mass Effect team recreated the finale. At which point they stepped in. Because this is like one of the final missions, really. Setting up the finale. Or did they just do the final act? It's so interesting that that's happened.
Nice shot.
Kitty. No, I'm not trying to get your attention. I just want to know what you were talking. Never mind. Don't tell me. It's fine. Whatever you do, just don't tell me. I don't mind if you never tell me ever. That's absolutely fine with me. Hello, Chloe. How you doing? Long time no see, indeed. We're back on Taylor's version. Picking up where we left off back in February. New PC, new studio room, and all that jazz.
Dalish arrows. Strife and the other Veil Jumpers were here.
That'll take some of the pressure off. You have to use this chance to get to the prisoners.
So I have a document of lines I want to pay. Gareth would like to say, I wish Elganon's voice actor was on Cameo, as well as Lyanna's. Yeah, we need to get, what's it called? Couply. Do you still get the audio glitch, Jack? No, I don't actually.
Over there, that cage. I think that's where the Dalish
How
are
many
being held.
times? I've finished the Veilguard twice. This is my third playthrough. How about you, Darian? I did it as my first playthrough as a warrior watcher, and then my second time as a Veil Jumper mage. Here he comes.
You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
Oh, fair dues, Emily. Emily, DeCaster. Let me go pull up the document. Pull it up, Emily. Got you both confused. Sorry. Sorry, DeCaster. That's fine. Emily, pull it up. Yeah, no audio glitch. New PC and all that. She is beautiful. Her name, you can't see her. I can try and I can turn this. Boop, 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 boop. Can you see her? Her name's Sapphire. She is beautiful. She is very good. She's a bit noisy, but what do you expect? I think it's an AMD Radeon 9070 Ti, I think. Is that still wonky? Ooh. This is also the weirdest, biggest webcam in the world. It's huge. Is that a good flattering angle? Oh, we're back. There we go. But yeah, she's beautiful. But yes, so no audio glitch of her. She was stuttering for a while, but I found out that was just using a controller. So yeah, but no, we love her. She makes video editing so easy, so easy. I could talk about her for days.
This way. We have to be quick.
I'm on my fourth playthrough, but decided to stop and start. The Wildest series was a New World State. Ah, sick! New World State. Oh, the whole series. Sorry. Oh, hell yeah! Have you kicked off Origins? Oh, Oblivion Kitty, yes.
That way, through the gate.
I love Oblivion. I need to play Claire Obscura, but I'm too distracted by Oblivion when I get a chance to play games in my free time. But I really want to play Claire Obscura. I might wait till the winter, because summer's a no-go.
Damn it.
But
shut tight.
Yeah,
the locking
Oblivion's
mechanism
so fun.
is on the other
It's
side.
so good.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
Same, Chloe. My favorite childhood game. Same. You'd watch me play Oblivion? Oh, thank you.
Need a hand?
I see.
We're stuck. Gate's
I was
shut and we
thinking
can't
about
open it from here.
streaming Fable 3 maybe.
There's Venatori headed your way.
I got it working on PC. But I will consider it. I'd like to do an Inquisition stream, I think. We'll see when though, because I can do that whenever. That's a no rush. But yeah, I will. I'm thinking maybe Fable 3. I don't know though.
open. We're on it. There's an entire Venatori army coming for us. Get you out, don't worry.
Jack, what would be the probability of you streaming a scary game? Oh, back in 2017, I streamed Until Dawn, and that was amazing. That would actually be pretty good because I am squeamish and a baby.
Sure you can open this.
I tried to play Outlast for like an hour and I couldn't get past any of it. So I don't know if there's a demand for that. People would like that.
That thing.
Please stream Inquisition for the win. I'm here for Fable 3 and Claire Obscura. I need to play Claire Obscura. How many playthroughs have you done, Decaster? I probably will do Inquisition next. Because I'd like to go back to it and even make a video talking about the game after post Veilguard. But also, it's a game I could play religiously. I love it. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Fable 3 isn't long. So maybe I could do that in between. I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I could do Fable 3 before. Or I could just jump into Inquisition. And maybe get a few mods too so we can get the game looking even prettier.
We'll keep as many off you as we can. Go get
The question is, for Inquisition, do we make a silly playthrough and be daft? Or do we actually make... I think I've answered my own question. I think it'd be a serious-ish playthrough because I'd like to revisit the game again after this. But we can have fun, of course. We'll have fun with our sheer banter levels and thirst anyway. But it would be a solo. There'd be a solo round, of course. Of course.
Mercy.
Where's this chest? Claire Obscura is so good. Oh, I'm really excited to play it. Really, I need to play it before the Game Awards. That's what I need to do. As if I could ignore Mother Dusty. 3 playthroughs, got about half of a thought form, banded it because I went to Romance Emmerich again. LOL. I have Steam suggestions that are easily completed in one sitting. Maybe more like creepy versus horror. Ah! If you need any funsies ideas for Halloween, that's a brilliant. Thank you, MG. That's brilliant. Yeah. I'm thinking way too long term, but that's a good idea. Yeah, hell yeah. Inquisition is my relaxation game. The environments are amazing, and the filler. Honestly, iCity same. The filler quests would be fun even before I could walk around the world. I agree. It's my relaxation game too, because we can just have a chinwag, chat about things, vibe, and then actually get into the serious solo level and shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking, because we can just hang out, chat, do as we normally do like now, but then obviously we're trying to pause and read stuff, but like enjoy it, soak up the world more, and then we can have a critique about it at post Veilguard. Honestly, if you don't do everything in Fable 3, you can finish it in about 9 to 12 hours less. Oh, thank you, Neela. Yeah. Would you romance Josie? Oh no, we'd be going for Soli. Soli. Jack, there are no news to Fable at the moment. Any rumors? Nothing so far. Sorry about that. Nothing so far, Thea. People are worried about the development of it not being an Xbox. I don't think that's a worry. But I am going to talk about the game's development and talking about people's worries of it, because I think it's a worthwhile conversation. Not because I'm worried about the game, but because the game's been developed by like a brand new studio. Sorry, not a studio that's got a brilliant reputation and brilliant name, but obviously not used to creating RPGs. So I think it's worth a conversation. They're probably having a slower development because they're not used to creating RPGs, and they spent a lot of time making a team that can satiate such an RPG. So that's why I think it's taken longer. But yeah, I think it's a good conversation to have, and I am making a video on that. So yeah, 100% he's romancing Josie. No, Kitty. No. We're romancing Solas. OMG, we're almost to one of the best moments in the game. Literally, Nyla. Literally. Emily, Liliana, I could suffer 1,000 more flames and 1,000,000 more torments. You won't break me. Too many have already. So, Dreadwolf, give me your worst. Oh, what am I reading, Emily? What am I reading? Ooh, hell yeah. Love that. I'm so ready for heartbreak. Sand, yes. The damaged journal of an Alafan Veil Jumper. Most of the writing is now illegible, but it seems to detail the Veil Jumper's exploration of the ancient people. Of particular interest is the following. Found a passage that took me to the top of the structure. Incredible view. We'll need to spend more time exploring. And what happened to him? Oh, look, it's our boy. Oh, there he is, chat. There he is. There he is. There he is. Dude, the Dread Wolf. I prefer the original Trespasser Inquisition statue, but that's still in the game, fortunately. There he is. Not the egg. Yes, the egg. There's no smut with the egg. What do you mean there's no smut with the egg? We create the smut, kitty. There is lots of smut with the egg. Also, okay, before we... Veilguard's my favorite. Sorry, Veilguard. Inquisition's my favorite too. Ayo! Best boy. He smacks lips and dicks.
This feels off.
What's that?
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Displacement? We weren't here a moment ago.
Let's go this way.
Come on. We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dayless.
So that is what you're after.
Uh-oh.
The Elven have been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
His voice is amazing. Also, was this ever described as what it represents? Because it was in Inquisition, I swear. It was in the Fade, and we never know what it meant, and we still don't know what it means. Does anybody actually know what this statue represents? Forgotten ones? 3 beings, maybe? No. Oh, there's another one.
We are under a looping hermetic enchantment.
Hermetic?
It's
New word.
Elgernon. He's found us.
And he's got us trapped. The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
I want to know how he trapped us, what he did, what magic this is. Oh, not that way. Elgar Daddy playing with us. Oh, Kitty's getting... Kitty likes it. Nope, not that way. Looks like something out of an alien movie. Literally, MG. It does, doesn't it? Looks like the Children Awakening. Good shout, yeah. Can I just jump over you?
There's blight here. There wasn't blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile.
Bro.
My power grows even now.
Come on!
You are nothing but an insect. Resist if you like. I have an eternity to spare.
The Dayless need help, and we're losing precious time going around in circles.
So, lass, where are you? Bro, all this blight, bro. Nobody wants to blight. I wonder what the architect is up to, literally. Probably just vibing. Oh!
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So let's...
Here we go.
Something's wrong.
I thought I'd just heard Solus.
You are correct.
Hey.
Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm gonna say that. Frig you, Solas. I'm busy.
Not the time, Solus.
The Venatori are coming. Do you truly wish to rebuff an offer of assistance?
Yeah.
What kind of assistance?
If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathaline! Mabanal Avanuris! Masaline Algalana!
Didn't need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solus is going to distract Elgernon.
Van Harel, you have no power here.
Oh, he does.
Incredible. To bear witness to this ancient rivalry.
Hell yeah.
As long as
Samurai.
it keeps him off us.
Quite indeed.
So, the dread wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again, you have caged our people, and again I will set them free.
Oof. The reverb effect or whatever it is on them both as well, man.
But you are always stubborn, Fen-Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mithel's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
Ooh, getting juicy. Give us the tea. What happened?
Avalas Ban, Shevgar Fen-Harel.
I wonder what that meant.
The only reason Mithal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
Rook, are you all right?
Hear them in my head.
Listen to them, my boy Emmerich. I'm pretty sure Shevgar means F you. Like Fenhidus Master, which is like suck a wolf pee-pee.
Has to do this.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced.
No.
Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
Okay, go on then. Because he
I
said
see the
that,
way through. I think
I guess we
Solus's
will.
distraction is working. I think this is it. I think we're through.
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
There! The Taylor!
Another one of those crystals. Break it, and the cage will open.
The cruelty is
oh no,
nothing. What has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Elganon the Mighty? Light has left you blunt and slow. A monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were irritation, a fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom
Oh.
is beyond yours.
You talking to... Sorry,
Oh.
they're very loud.
Shots fired. Honestly, I love it. A little sparring match. Right, where is the Red Lyrian thing? Too busy invested into their dialogue.
Run, quickly!
not fair, Lord Elgadon.
Yeah, you
Once
can.
the Blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andrul did at yours. And you will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it.
Literally, man.
You
Oh, sorry. Oh.
could heal it. You have the strength to repair the damage without using the Blight.
Save your gaze for the mortal's dreadful. The Blight is my blade, and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down. Your whining comes from envy, Fen'Harel, but it does not have to be so. There is a place for you at my side in a new,
join him.
glorious empire.
But it will not have illusions, will it? Junei built them. Now he is dead. Our great cities came from Sileis. Our deepest mysteries from Dirthaman.
I will restore it all. Their achievements will not be lost.
You were a bully who ruled over what others had built, and now the others are gone. Who do you have left? Gillenane? You cannot rebuild the world by stitching together monsters.
Hell yeah. So much lore finally given. Context on the other elven gods.
You saved us.
Time to get out of here.
I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape. The wards still in place there will shield you all from Elganon's sight.
Solus, thank you. Let's go!
Junei's in the chat. Shit, Junei. I didn't build shit. Hey, eye contact. Yo, we've got an elven god in the chat.
Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices.
Duty.
It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elgar'nan was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything. It really is tough being a Venatori.
Yeah, Junei, that was so perfectly timed. We've got an elven god in the chat.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranis, Lethalon.
Thanks, Solas.
Weird as it sounds, we couldn't have done it without the God of Lies.
The sun rises until it doesn't. Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elgar'nan sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment
Hello,
for
my
their
name is
failures.
Solas, and I'm also a real
The
estate
Venatori who
agent.
escaped scurried back to Deventer. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
The god of lies. Excuse me while I roll my eyes into the back of my skull. Right, who wants to chat?
I should check in with Solus.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay, if you say so, Rook. Seek out. I'm just going to charge my mouse. Give me 2 seconds. I'm back. Why are my children still awake? It's a good question, Key. Seek out solace. I am trying. BRB. Ignore that noise. That is me plugging in this wired so it can charge. Can you imagine a casual Dragon Age fan coming to Jack's chair and being subjected to all the Solace propaganda? I mean, it's the best way to be a Dragon Age fan, let's be real. Right, there we go. Okay, now we will, pardon me, now we will seek out solace. We are such a pro-Solas chat, unapologetically, as we should be. As we should be. Man, this is sort of inspiring me to write again. I blame Elgar Daddy. Do it, Emily. Emily, when are you going to read the fanfic? We got anything cool? We got that new armor that we're not going to wear. Death Disciple. Oh yeah, I like that one actually. I wore that one a lot in the end game towards my my mom watcher. It suited him a lot. It was a cool jacket. Cool. Solas.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
Yes.
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help.
My people. Oh.
Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
What have we got here? You dislike the Dalish?
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more.
Bro.
I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely.
Imagine sleeping for a millennia.
And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I'm betting you argued they made you look bad, like worshipping Elganon. Like worshipping Elganon.
I suspect them calling Elgarnon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda
Oh,
of
okay,
tyrants
that's fine. No, that's fine, Emily.
Vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fanharel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
I suppose that must be hard, like waking up and seeing everybody who you despised when you were younger worship the people who you very, hate. You very much were morally wrong and weren't nice people, and now they claim to be gods and they've ruined your world, and now you wake up and everybody else is worshipping them. It must be quite hard to deal with. You really hate Elganon, eh?
You and Elgarnon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now. heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind. And you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
You're like angry brothers. He's brutal.
He uses his power to crush any opposition.
Yes. He is far more powerful than I am, and he wields that power like a graceless bludgeon. When I defeat an enemy, it is because I outsmarted them, because I was right. When he does, it is only because he was stronger.
Outsmarting someone and being right aren't exactly the same thing.
Aren't they?
Alright. I can see how you and Elgernon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
Oh, if you say so.
I'll have to take your word for that.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elgernon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
You have earned the respect. Yep. That had to be hard to say. That's surprising to hear.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elgernon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion. And when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
Tried being the operative word, because he definitely didn't avoid entanglements, eh? Here we go. What about the Inquisitor?
Except for Inquisitor Llewellyn.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
Do you regret it?
I live with countless regrets. Some of them I have grown to cherish more than my victories.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elgernon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the
LOL.
veil. Elgernon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes. For this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
That is such a good... I think one of the best conversations, though, really, with him. I love that one. That one's great.
So now Elgernon's recovered his own archdemon. And the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elgernon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
We can't... Ah, hello, Hassan. We can't let Faders fail. That's why we'll win.
We've done some great work underwater. You know why no one else can save the world except us? Why the Inquisitor told me it had to be us?
Why?
Because we don't give up. Knock us down and we come back swinging.
Nice speech, Rook.
Thanks,
But
Farah.
it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
How about the Veil Jumpers? Ideas, anyone?
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veil Jumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgernon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods.
Yeah, I get that.
Any
I
more
sit here. I
details from the
don't
crow's Lucanus?
really know where.
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
How much time?
Did Viago tell you how much time we have?
Days to weeks. Nothing more precise.
Well, that's our best lead so far. Track those supplies, and we should find the gods.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Hey.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
Yeah, we do.
I'll let her know.
We survived again.
Despite the odds, we've survived. We've made a habit of it. Take some time, rest. Be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Guess who we're gonna go meet? We're gonna go meet the Inquisitor. We have to. We have to. Go see Lavelle, go tell her about Solas. Let's have the quizzy talk. I agree. Anybody, first of all, want to chat here? Belle and... Oh, Emmerich wants to chat. Forget everybody else. Romance. Come on, boy. Bone Daddy. Inky wants the tea on her mans. It's true. It's true. Oh, I love Myrna.
Myrna, hello. I assume Vorgoth's not far back.
We have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a glowing lantern.
I love Vorgoth.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it
I
to
love
leech
everything
life
about the
from
Mortati.
hundreds at a
They're the
time.
best thing about the
An
game.
endless source of power.
In terms of the lore, the delivery, their dialogue is so well written. It's just carried throughout the entire Moonwatch. It's brilliant. And then you got this. That's dangerous and dumb. That's ingenious. That's horrifying. That's horrifying.
A lantern that sucks the life out of people?
Their very souls. But we know
Oh yes, the
where
South. The
Johanna
game I
will
wanted
be.
to play.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems... stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. When... if I make my own bid for lichdom... Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
I'm here if it gets bad. Maybe that's healthy. No,
I'm always here to talk about it. You know that, right?
It's a comfort, darling. Truly, but... No. Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
A little fear is healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Can you believe that when I first saw the Veilguard trailer, I thought Emmerich looked like a generic villainous necromancer and was probably going to be the worst companion. I mean, based on that trailer, I'm not surprised because it made the game look like a shooter, like a Fortnite Overwatch game. So, I mean, that trailer made everybody look a bit poo-poo. But, yeah, I mean, the expectations over the roof for Emmerich. He is the best companion. Hands down.
The Evanurers do not need, they only demand.
Right, we'll talk to the other people later. We want to go and talk to the Inquisitor. I have him quacking. Quaking? Quacking? Quaking? Oh, you know what? We'll quickly talk to Belle. Quickly. Only because it's right there.
Well, he did worse than just try to kill me.
Really?
The guy stiffed me on the job. Those were good
The
potions I used.
job.
Expensive, too.
Right, that makes
Bye,
sense.
Thea. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Trouble?
Something I should know about?
Not much.
Oh, I City,
Just
that'd be so
sitting,
good.
You know.
A total war game set
Why
in
don't you join
Thedas.
Balara, Rook?
Factions,
I was
units,
just leaving.
battlefields, battles,
Belle,
espionage,
swing by when you get a
diplomacy,
chance.
influence.
I found another set of papers for you.
Thanks, Nev. That's nice. Sorry, Rook. Not great company right now.
We can sit quietly.
You just want to sit here quietly, that's fine. I can do quiet.
You're not very good at silence.
I'm great at most silences, just bad at awkward ones.
Fair enough.
Talk now. Now the tricky part.
Ooh, now for the part I'm not great at. Here I go. What's wrong, Balara?
Nothing, Rook. Don't worry about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's Syrian. You saw who he is, what he's become.
Oh yeah, Emmerich with a
Yeah.
Morn Watcher Rook is so
He's
good.
a monster, Rook.
But he's your brother. You fear what he'll do. You'll fear what he'll do.
And you're worried about what he's going to do?
A little bit. But also, I'm worried that I won't let myself stop him. Anaris brought Syrian back. My brother. When he asked me to join them, what if I'm too much like Syrian?
Oh, Belle.
If you were, you wouldn't have turned them down, which you did.
I did, but Rook, it was hard. I wanted my brother back. I mean, before all of this, Syrian and I were the same. Inquisitive, driven, pushing ourselves. The search for the Nadister Thalin, the archive, that was both of us, working together. I want to say I'll keep saying no, keep turning him down, but he's my brother. What keeps me from doing what he did?
We do.
You're part of the team. We watch each other's backs. And we have a strict no-turning evil policy.
How do you enforce that?
I ask you not to turn evil? In a firm voice? I'll work on it. I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Our team motto, pretty much.
Let's paint that on the side of the lighthouse.
The Nadister Fallen.
Solus would love
It definitely is Turlin for Balara, isn't it? Then
You
you've got
good?
the job for Nev.
I'm good. Thanks, Rook. I'll see you later.
Lucanus's coffee. Harding is, what's that Titan word? Oh, what is it? Oh, what's the Titan word that she uses? Ah, the dwarf one. Anybody help me out? Can you help me out? We can get that one. Oh, not a double click. Defeating enemies at close range resets the duration of any active advantages. Performing a takedown now deals. It's a 2-0. Thank you, City. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Performing a takedown now deals 25%. Grants for out. Cool. And we'll get you. And then we'll go down here. Deal more damage per arrow count. Oh, thank you. Oh. And then more arrows. We want more arrows. We love arrows. Lightning Flask looks interesting. We might try it out later on when we get it. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. It's a 2-0. It's a 2-0. I am excited for Ali Hillis coming back for Liara. So, we've got Harding's Loyalty to do next. We've got Emmerich, which we'll do next stream. That'll be next week, because that can be just straight away. We've got to go back to Treviso for the main quest, to be fair. Ravane is for other stuff. We've got to go to Docktown for Nev's quest. And then we've got something in Hoosburg. So we've basically got all the loyalties. We've got the final Antiva quest line with the Kunari. And then we are in Act 3. So we're not far at all. We're not far at all. I reckon we'll probably get a lot of... We'll take Nev with us, shall we? Actually, yeah. I reckon we'll get a fair few of the loyalty quests done next week. Beans! What's beans, Emily? Beans. What's beans? Beans? Beans. Beans. Right, I need to actually find out what is the screenshot button for Steam by default. Because I want to actually get some shots. What is the screenshot button for Steam? F12. Okay, should we try it? That didn't work. What about now? Hey, we found it. Okay. I just need to get a shot for the next stream. Beans. I love ruining things. What joke? What was the joke? Thank you, City. Look at what happened. It was function and F12. I just needed to press the function button as well. Thank you. Right, let's go see Inquisitor Llewellyn. Here we go. Inky. Let's go talk to her about her love.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor? Inquisitor?
It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Solus saved us, let's be real, he did. He did.
Elgarnon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know?
All of them.
God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel.
The Great Wolf.
They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vanan.
Vanan.
Elven for heart?
For my heart.
Oh.
You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire.
Oof.
He seemed so kind, and wise, and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
I love it. She's just saying Vanan like Vanan. It's Vanan. I'm just so used to being silly with it. Oh, sorry. Emily said in reference to what Harding was saying about the Titans, it was beans. It wasn't Isiturnal. I agree. Speaking of ruining things, would the addition of solid cream and Branston pickle ruin classic beans and toast? No, it wouldn't. Pour it all over the pickle. Jack, what's your Llewellyn's name? She's called Selisa. Why couldn't they just bring Inky to the lighthouse? It's literally. Hello, Galahad. How you doing? Do you think Dragon Age is dead, or do you think the hope for its revival after BioWare launches Mass Effect, assuming it's a hit and BioWare survives? Good question, Galahad. I think it's all in the hands of BioWare's next venture with Mass Effect, and I think that needs to not just be good, it needs to throw it out the park and sell a lot. So that's a lot at stake already. BioWare have said in the latest article that there was already so much on stake with the Veilguard for their success, and that didn't go as according to plan. So I think next it is even more so all or nothing on Mass Effect. And I don't like saying that, and I never said it about Dragon Age 4 as we were waiting for the game to come out, but I do think that that is unfortunately the case now for Mass Effect. Especially with EA now only focusing on even smaller franchises. They've only got like 6 projects they're really working on. So I do think it's all or nothing. And I think if Mass Effect blows out the park, there may be potential for the next Dragon Age. I think more likely we're going to get a Dragon Age Origins remaster, reboot, remake, whatever, in like 10 years' time. But yeah, it might be a franchise like Fable. Fable was rebooted after 14 years, but that Lionhead Studios went under. It went bust, and another studio is bringing it back under Microsoft. It might be like that. I really don't know. I would hope to think that this franchise, as somebody who loves it, and it's one of my favorite franchises ever, doesn't die a brutal death like it has. But for the moment, it's all on Mass Effect. Or if some random crazy situation happened, like Larian Studios buying the IP in 20 years' time and rebooting it, like they did with BG3, it's just, does Dragon Age have the same fan base and iconic atmosphere or iconic name in the mainstream that Baldur's Gate did have? And it doesn't, unfortunately. So I would like to say it's not dead. That's my own personal... I mean, it won't die, because we're going to carry that torch for... Regardless of your opinion on the Veilguard, Dragon Age means so much to me as a person and to my channel, and Inquisition is one of my favourite games, so it's not going to die. But if it'll continue, it's unknown. And also, if it does continue, as in like we get a 5th entry or whatever, it wouldn't be what the original games have been. It wouldn't be that core team, because that core team is gone. And if they weren't gone while making the Veilguard, they're definitely gone now. So it's very similar to Fable in that regard. Like Fable, new team. Team it's done racing car games for the past 20 years of their journey as game devs. However, Playground Games have a very, 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 very good name, and that resurrection took 14 years. So let's say Dragon Age 5 or whatever, Dragon Age the reboot is rebooted in 14 years. I will be 41 years old, which is crazy considering I started this channel when I was 17. So, who knows? Anyway, that's a complete spitball as we let Llewellyn and Inky talk. But that's my 2 cents. Happy to hear what everybody else thinks. I also know it's also a very, very, very optimistic point of view because, obviously somebody who likes this IP, likes Dragon Age, wants BioWare to succeed, etc. But, yeah. As DeCaster says, I'm clowning for Dragon Age 5. So, what did she say? For a time, I thought I would have followed him anywhere. Did he ask you to join him? Except that you didn't. Ooh, let's be blue. I didn't do this last time.
Guess that changed when he decided to tear down the veil and destroy the world.
Did he ever really decide it, though?
Well, he was doing the ritual.
Yes. A ritual we would never have known about, had he not saved my life and told me what he planned to do.
Oh?
He warned me not to follow him, and then he left enough hints for us to do so.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes, that I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after? If there were a way? If he felt the same? If I could leave the world behind and just have him? I don't know.
He's not good for you. He wouldn't want that for you. You were good for him. You deserve happiness. I mean, I'm thinking like he's not good for you, you know? Quizzy, he loves you back, does he? Does she? Now, I'm a silly simp for Solas, but I'm also kind of irritated that Inky is not more angry. I agree. Like, Inky loves Solas, but also wants to smack him over his egghead. Love this scene, but she moves her head too much. That I might love him still be so real. Inky, you're obsessed with that man. Listen to yourself. You love him more than anything. He's perfect for her. And Taylor doesn't like Solas. So does Taylor really want Solas and Inky to reunite? She's thinking what's best for her girlie, I don't know. He wouldn't want that for you. He's too good for you. Sorry. Not that. He's not good for you. No, he's too good. Can you imagine that? Sorry, girl, but he's too good for you. No, you're too good. Yeah, yeah. You deserve... Jack, please. Oh, damn, didn't realise you could break these two up. Uh-oh, here comes chat. He's a 10, but... Ivan, finish it. Jack. Rook don't know shit. Jack, please, don't even think about it. See, the more you say, don't even think about it. Jack, if you don't give us Solar Melon... Moonray wanted the world more than she wanted him. We will unsubscribe, JK. I'm just thinking, she's too good for him after all this time. Same. She's too good for him. She's been waiting 10 years for him. You know. Fine. We'll stay at the Lulu. You deserve happiness. You were good for him.
One thing I've learned in this job is that the people I need the most are people who can tell me when I'm wrong.
We all need that sometimes.
Sounds like that's what you were for Solus. If the two of you were better people together, and you were happy too...
I was.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade, with no way out.
He's surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about you and Emmerich.
Well, he's got this thing he does with his fingers, yeah.
How?
Morrigan has eyes everywhere.
Of course she does.
Bro, we ain't even, like, done much. Held his hand. Went for a walk. Coward. Kitty calling me a coward? Wow. Kitty, I thought you wanted it. She wants the Emmerich tea. She does. Right. We will call it here, folks. We have plenty left to do. But now it's all down to the loyalty quests and one of the second last quests before Act 2. Act 3, sorry. Jack, you should do what your conscience tells you. Thank you, Emily. I will support you either way. That is a true subscriber right there, folks. Emily right there. I may not agree with what you are saying, but you should trust your conscience, and I will support you. Thank you, Emily, for being a real one. Emily's a real one. Anyway, folks, thank you all for joining me for this almost 3-hour stream. That has flown by because we have had so much fun. Really appreciate everybody loving the Taylor Swift streams being back. I apologise again for them taking so long. It was a case of good old Sapphire and my new PC. Also building all this new stuff. There was a time when literally I couldn't even sit here and write videos because this was just empty space or I was moving things out. So I really appreciate you all waiting so long for these. And also just appreciating the comeback. Let's give Asan a pat. But yeah, really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And we'll be back next week. Oh, I apologise for the red. I got my mic there. That was too loud. Back next week, next Wednesday, we'll be doing loyalty quests. We'll start straight away. I'm going to ping it with Emmerich's. Then we'll do Harding's because Harding's is good. And then we will probably do Davrin's or Nev's. And then we'll have other things to pick up too. But yeah, it's good to be back. And honestly, I really appreciate everybody being so happy, positive, just good chat. Regardless of your opinion of Dragon Age, obviously we went over that article too, which was, you know, very shit. But I just appreciate the vibes. The vibes are great, and it's just great to see the Dragon Age community, just everybody content, happy, fun. You know, I really appreciate it. Sorry, Jack, Solus has my heart. No, I get it, Neela, I get it. But yeah, I have a Exodus video I'm working on that is coming out very soon. It's ready to export. It might be out tomorrow. It might be out next Monday. I just need to check a few things, run it through a few things. But yes, I am covering Exodus, which is a sci-fi RPG. If anybody is interested in that, it's very much shaping up to be the next Mass Effect game. So yeah, that sounds that if you're interested in that, that'll be out soon. Time to record some smut. Hell yes, Emily. That's what we want to hear. But no, thank you all so much. I will catch you all next Wednesday if I do not see you in the Exodus video. But yeah, really appreciate you all joining me for this Taylor's version stream. Plenty more to come, as well as more Dragon Age streams after that too. But thank you all so much. Until then, I've been Jack Daw.